Yeah, hello. I came your way once again, my very good friend, to encourage you and also to remind you why you're still breathing. My good friend, your best days are still before you. Yes, your best days are still before you. They are not behind you. And I want you to trust God that He knows what He's doing. I want you to see your difficulties and the trials to which you are going through as not as punishment, but God using that as a test for your testimony. There is so much in you that He wants to prune to get the best out of you, because before you were formed in the womb of your mom, God knew you. Before He formed you, He knew you. He knows your very frame, and He knows everything. So the trials and the difficulties to which you are going through, it is God preparing you for something big. It is God preparing you for something awesome. It is God preparing you for something amazing, something sweet. And the fragrance alone glorifies His name and for your good. So I want you to borrow this moment and know that this is not your final stay. This is not your final form to which you would own. Everything will be fine. And God handpicked you for this day as at this. God really handpicked you for the joy that is set before you. So I say your best days are before you, and I mean it. And I say with the confidence to which I have in the Lord that you will come forth as pure gold. God does not cast worthless stones into His furnace. So what you are going through, you are gold, and you are stones, precious stones. And you need to remember and remind yourself that God does not cast worthless stones into His furnace. He knows what He wants at the end, and it's so impressive. So your best days are still before you. You need to come in agreement with this, that this will all end for your good. It's going to be well, my good friend. It's going to be well. So don't make a permanent decision on what you are seeing. Don't make a permanent decision on how you feel. Because I can sense right now, as you watch me, you look into the mirror and you don't like what you see. You don't feel good about yourself. You don't feel good about your looks. But friend, it's all about perception. It's all about how you perceive what you are seeing. Christ Jesus, in His days, they never glorified the cross. The cross was a chamber of execution, was a chamber of disgrace, was a chamber where no one really beholds the cross, because when you are mounted on a cross, it's something that it's an abomination. But today we all hang the cross on our neck. We hang the cross on our churches for a reason, because it is the very symbol of our faith. All because someone changed its meaning, not its looks, not how it looks, but he changed the meaning to the cross. I want you to look at your situation and your difficulties and change its meaning. That is why he says, let the poor say, I am rich, and let the weak say, I am strong. Why would God give such a memory verse or a quotation? Because in your constant or what you are dealing with, it's not final. God knows that in the end, it will end well for you. My good friend, it will end well for you. Christ changed its meaning, and now we all behold it. I want you to change the meaning of what you are really going through. Not as an execution chamber, but as an offering. Christ presented Himself as an offering. And you know, to the Pharisees and those who really wanted, who really crucified Jesus Christ, they saw it as an execution. But to the people or the followers of Christ, we see it as an offering. So it's all about the perspective to which you have. So I want you to love yourself. That is why it is said that believe in yourself and trust in God. You can't believe in God and trust in yourself. You believe in yourself and you trust in God. So the healing comes from you believing in yourself that this is not your final form, that you will resurrect, that things will work together for your good, that you are the head but not the tail, that you were born to win, that this has not come to stay and there is hope for you. My good friend, I brought you this message to calm you. And I brought you this message to remind you why you're still breathing. There is so much life in you. So long as there is life in you, my good friend, there is hope. So your best days are before you. They are not behind you, my good friend. They are before you, but they are not behind you. Appreciate this moment, because one day you would look back and thank God for what He took you through. And just like Joseph, you meant it evil against me. You said all those evil things against me. And I thank you for that. I thank you for that. You really helped me. What you said about me helped me. It actually increased my faith. It actually gave me hope. And it actually helped me go to God and talk to Him. My good friend, you will go back to God and thank Him for the day that is ahead coming. You will go back and give glory to the Maker, because He is too good to be unkind to you, and He's too wise to err. So don't own this pain as though it is yours. I want you to rent it. I want you to rent it, because you won't stay in it for long. You won't be in it for long. Your best days are still before you. They are not behind you. Jesus knew this. That is why He never borrowed the tomb of Joseph. That is why He never owned the tomb of Joseph, but He borrowed it. He never paid for it. He borrowed it, because He knew He's not going to stay there for long. Friend, your resurrection morning is coming. Your healing is coming. Your breakthrough is coming. Your comeback is coming. And it's so sweet and impressive. Hold on to the faith, because you still have life in you. So long as there is life, there is hope. God can double it and make it happen so fast. And there's one thing that we need to understand with following the Lord. The very symbol of our faith as Christians is a cross. It is not a crown. It's a cross. So Christ Jesus made that altar call, pick up your cross and follow me. And we had multitude followed Him. So friend, what you are going through, it is your cross to which Christ Jesus is bidding you, pick up your cross and follow me, because He knew, and God knows, that in the end is joy, because resurrection is coming in the morning. Yes, I know sometimes you feel neglected. Sometimes you feel forsaken. And you watching me right now, I know that has been your prayer. God, why have you really forsaken me? Jesus had to go through such moments. Jesus went through that moment and He said, Father, Father, why have thou forsaken me? If Jesus went through that moment, my good friend, that is why you are also going through that moment. But it's not the end. Resurrection morning is coming. Your moment of greatness is coming. So cling on to Christ and take it to the Lord in prayer. And take it from me. Your best days are still before you. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. Don't own this moment, but borrow it. I came your way to remind you why you're still breathing. I came your way to tell you that there is hope for you. If Job survived it, you would also survive it. If Jesus Christ survived it, who could have put an end to the pain? But He allowed it to continue. All because He knew that there is something that comes out of pain and difficulties, which is for your resurrection. My good friend, joy cometh in the morning.